Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel. For today's daily draft, we have just 4 drafts left of Duskmourn here on the channel before Foundations comes out in a couple of weeks, and we're still searching for our first trophy. This has been my worst format in years, and I've said that before, but I usually kind of turn it on towards the end and end up with at least a few trophies. Oof, I don't even have one yet. Well, that's a lie. I have one, and it's off camera, so you'll never know. But let's dive into today's pack one, pick one. I think it's pretty easy under the skin here. 3 mana Manifest Dread and return a permanent from your graveyard to your hand. In classic Duskmourn fashion, we opened 2 rares and they are both stone unplayable. I suppose the lair is not exactly unplayable, but it's not at all a first pick. It's like a C, you know. It is whatever. But we're happy with Under the Skin here. This is a pretty good card. So we'll take this here and move on to pick number 2 where, gosh, there's not a lot of great stuff here either. I mean, in the commons, not seeing much of a direction. I mean, there's Fear of Lost Teeth, which is good in some decks. Fear of Inside Out, Jump Scare, or Turn Inside Out and Jump Scare. Good in aggressive decks. Soul Rager is not an important card in a bad deck. Shard Mage's Rescue is fine, but I think I'm just going to take the Drag to the Roots here. This is basically just like taking a black card, considering Under the Skin kind of already does the thing that this does in green. So let's go ahead and take Drag to the Roots and see if we can find our way into black-green Delirium. That's a good deck if you can find like Brood Spinners and stuff. Now there's actually some decent cards. We've got Scorching Dragonfire and Razorkin Horde Caller. There is Fear of Exposure as well. I don't really like that card as much. Final Vengeance much better in like red-black. Could be playable in black-green depending on the cards you end up with. Fanatic of the Harrowing, not great. Meat Locker, the all-star of the Omniscience drafts that happened earlier this week and last week. Gosh, I don't know if any of y'all played that, but it was just Drowned Diner after Drowned Diner after Drowned Diner. Over and over and over again. I think I'm going to take the Dragonfire here. This is a card you could splash in black-green. You could splash Horde Caller as well. And there's a chance we don't end up going exactly black-green or anything. But Jund is a pretty popular combination for Delirium decks. And it's a decent start to it. Now, there is a Flood Pit's Drowner here, which is interesting. I think this is the best card in this pack by a decent bit. I mean, there's Bashful Beastie, which is whatever. Spectral Snatcher, fine. Percussionist, very good in red aggressive decks. Maybe because we have the Dragonfire, we can take Percussionist here. If I go black-green, I'm not going to miss any of these cards. But if I end up in some sort of red aggressive deck, I probably would miss having a Percussionist here. So I think we're just going to take that for that reason. The Drowner is tempting, but I don't know if I want to go into my 4th color in 4 picks. So let's take the Percussionist and wait to see some sort of direction here. And boy, do we get it. Pack 1, pick 5. I don't know why Sheltered by Ghosts is still in this pack, but I will take advantage. Yeah, card is very good. And I think it's what we have to take here. There's a Greenhouse Rickety Gazebo, which would be very good in black-green. There's a chance we could even splash Sheltered by Ghost in a black-green deck. But this card would be very good as well. I think I just have to take the Sheltered by Ghost as good as that card is here. Alright, we're getting to the point where there's not a lot of great options left in this pack. We've got Flesh Burrower, which is fine. Bashful Beastie, which is fine. Violent Urge, I think is just worse than Turn Inside Out. Cult Healer, filler. A couple of blue cards. Maybe we could end up in like red-green Delirium. In which case this card would be fine. I don't know exactly where I'm going to end up with this start here. It's not Impossible Inferno, right? I think it's Flesh Burrower is the pick. So let's go ahead and take that here and Still looking for a sign. We do have a Razor Trap Gorge here, which I might just take over a bunch of kind of filler cards. It's another Flesh Burrower. Grab the Prize could be interesting in red-green. But I think the Gorge could help us with the fixing of kind of this messy start that we have here. And Etched Cornfield could do a similar thing. We're just seeing, you know, baseball bat in a deck I don't really want to be, that I'm not really set up to be very well. Plus a bunch of other random cards. I'm just going to go ahead and take the lands and see if I can help my fixing out. So what wheeled here? Acrobatic Cheerleader, Vicious Clown for a red-white aggro deck. Fear of Imposters, Enter the Enigma aren't good enough to branch into green. Guess I'll take the Cheerleader and not really put much weight into that. Keys to the House could be interesting if we're ending up in like a black-green deck. Fear of Lost Teeth is fine in that deck. Chandelier is very situational. Let's take the fixing card just in case here. Got the Final Vengeance and the Horrid Vigor. Unsettling Twins for red-white is fine. I think I'm going to need some sort of big direction in pack 2, so I guess I'll take the Twins here. I'm not exactly sure. Jump Scare for aggro. Slasher's horrible in any deck. And let's see if we get a direction here in pack 2. And you know what? We did. We opened Overlord of the Baelmerk here. So black wasn't particularly open in pack 1, but I think this is a pretty darn good reason to head back toward Under the Skin, Drag to the Roots kind of thing. For red-white, there's Immobility and Gremlin, but gosh, Overlord is a great card. And I'm going to see if I can make black-green black-green work here. Wary Watchdog is pretty good in this deck. Terramorphic Expanse is always great for Delirium, and Overgrown Zealot is a nice little ramp card as well. There's also Painter's Studio for the aggro deck, but I think I'm going to take the Watchdog or the Terramorphic Expanse. This one's close here. I don't really like the Rat necessarily. Let's take Terramorphic. Getting access to one copy of this is always relatively important, I think. So I'm going to take that here. And then now we find the Wary Watchdog. I think we can take it here. There are a couple of decent aggro cards. By a couple, I mean Most Valuable Slayer is about it. There's a Cultist and a Loner, but I'm not too high on either of these necessarily. The Manor could help splash our Sheltered by Ghost, but I think I'm going to take the Watchdog, and I'm trying to navigate myself into black-green, splashing either red or white or both with this start right here. Okay, still a lot of blue. Miasma Demon, I think it's just a little expensive and clunky. I mean, it's playable. Could take Friendly Teddy just to be another enchantment or artifact creature for the deck. I don't think Innocuous Rat is particularly great. I guess we can take the Miasma Demon here. I feel like we can get a Friendly Teddy if we want one. Okay, we have Fixing. Branch Snapper. There is a Shroud Stomper here. This is basically only a Reanimate card, and we don't really have the Reanimate fodder or discard fodder for it yet, so it's probably not where I want to end up. We do have Miasma Demon for Demonic Council, which could be interesting, but I think I'm going to take the Fixing. I'm seeing this deck ending up as kind of like a base green multicolor nonsense deck, and I think the Fixing is going to help out with that. We're going to need to pick up some good playables here pretty quickly. The draft has not proved itself to be very powerful so far. But let's see if we can find our way. Once again, just not a lot of great cards. I guess I'll take the Cynical Loner, you know, binning something like Well, nothing that we have so far is particularly great, but helping with Delirium is fine. It's also just a 2-mana card that can block well. So I guess I'll take the Loner here. And once again, not exactly thrilled with where we're at. Winter's Intervention, there is an Emerge from the Cocoon, but we passed the Shroud Stomper earlier. I guess I could take the 2-drop in Manifest Dread. Helps fill the yard for Delirium if we get cards that care about that. Let's go ahead and take the Manifest Dread here. Okay, lots of black and green here, which is interesting. I guess I can take Sporogenic Infection as like my first removal spell. And then there's another Demonic Council. Fear of the Dark, Flesh Burrow. I'd probably play another Flesh Burrower, but I need at least some removal here. So let's take the Infection. Guess I can take a Fear of the Dark over a Bear Trap. How many artifacts do we have? 1. It's just, I don't really like Bear Trap. What about enchantments? 3, so I can get both of those up a little bit. Okay, the Watchdog Wield anyway. That's pretty good. I will take that for sure. So I'm not thrilled with where we're at, but, you know, something like a Brood Spinner and just a couple good green or black uncommons can really help this deck come together here. Got the Neglected Manor versus another Loner or a Cultist. I think we might get a Cultist back next pack here. No, Friendly Teddy. Okay, that's a playable card for our deck. And we did get Fanatic of the Harrowing. Don't think I want the Bear Trap. Put the Swamp in the yard. I think we've opened a Leyline in all of our packs now. Defiled Crypt Cadaver Lab works well with Under the Skin already. What else do we have? Another Terramorphic. Or not another, but a Trapped in the Screen on the Splash. Alternate could be interesting. Let's try Defiled Crypt Cadaver Lab. Maybe we can get like one more way to have cards leave our graveyard to help make this a little bit better. But I haven't had the chance to play with this card, and it seems pretty good. All right, now we have all of the cards we want. We've got Twitching Doll, Nowhere to Run, Centipede, and Cornfield to a lesser extent. I think Twitching Doll is really good. It's an artifact creature. It's always been good when I've cast it. It's always a problem when my opponent casts it. Centipede is great. Nowhere to Run is great, but I think Twitching Doll is still really important for us. We're going to take that here. And I do like Wickerfolk Thresher. This card is just nice value, big fat creature, 5 mana or 4 mana 5/4. Moldering Gym, Weight Room I probably would put in this deck. And a few black cards. And another Keys. So let's take the Thresher here. Walk-in Closet, I don't think so. The Defile Crypt only works with, it's any card. I just don't think that's worth playing. Walk-in Closet here. There's a Bleeding Woods to help splash the Dragonfire. There's Flesh Burrower. I don't think we want to splash Rise of the Moth. There's another Terramorphic. I think I need to get just more playables. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands here, so we still need like at least 4 or 5 more cards. I'm just going to take the Death Toucher. All of the Demonic Councils. Haunted Screen. Well, that could be decent here, actually. I mean, I don't really like the other options too much. Now, let's try Haunted Screen. I haven't put that card in a deck yet. Greenhouse, Rickety Gazebo. Works well with Defiled Crypt, notably, and also Direlect Attic. I think this just has more synergy in our deck here. So let's take the Greenhouse, Rickety Gazebo, and then we get Fixing with Hushwood, Verge, Winter's Intervention. That's a pick 7 Scorching Dragonfire and a Branch Snapper here. Guess we could take the Dragonfire. I think our Fixing's actually going to be pretty good. So we can probably splash double Dragonfire here. Not quite the wheel yet. I guess I'll take a black card. None of this is worth splashing here. Okay, the Snatcher does cycle at the very least. I could take long neck. We have 7 enchantments. Yeah, I'm going to take the Snatcher here. Okay, Etched Cornfield, not bad. I would like to splash this Sheltered by Ghosts. 14 creatures, also not bad. Cultist, whatever. Fanatic, I guess. Fear of the Dark, well, Bedhead Beastie for Scorching Dragonfires. Maybe we include like 3 swamps or 3 mountains to be able to cast it. That's not horrible. We don't need to splash blue. So I'll take the Rat and then Chandelier. All right, well, bit of a messy draft, but these are decks that can succeed in the format. So I'm going to go ahead and build this, and I'll see you after deck building. All right, after deck building, here's where I ended up with a bit of a messy deck. We're splashing Shelter by Ghost and Double Dragonfire off of a Twitching Doll, a Keys to the House, a Haunted Screen, Bedhead Beastie, Greenhouse, and a bunch of dual lands here. So we got our fixing, I feel like, is pretty good. We're a little low on creature count, which is not great, but we've got a lot of removal down here. We've got Double Dragonfire, Infections, Shelter, Drag, things like that. This is basically a creature if you think about it. Defiled Crypt Cadaver Lab with a little bit of synergy as well. Works with the Overlord as well. So, yeah, I mean, you know, it's a messy draft, but that's what makes this format so great. It's because you can end up with decks like this, and I feel like they could still be successful, you know, as long as you just don't go up against red-white on the draw 3 times in a row. But, you know, sometimes that's the risk you take. So this is what I'm going to start with here on game number 1, and I'll see you there. Okay, so we are starting on the draw. It's a very slow hand, but we can go Keys on 1, Terramorphic on 2, Crack Keys, and then we have all 4 colors. Cycle Snatcher if we need to under the skin, puts a creature on the board. I think it's fine, just hope we don't play against aggro like I said. Yeah, let's just do what we're gonna do here. I'm definitely getting at least 1 swamp. Probably not 2. I'm probably going to cycle the Snatcher. One thing this deck could run into an issue of is removal. Now, we do have a good bit, but got to have our mana situation underneath us for it to work. And a turn 2 Bookworm is never great on the other side of the battlefield. Well, that's certainly interesting now. Now I guess I can get a swamp and a plains. And be fine. So we'll get a swamp here and a plains here, and then we've got most of our mana that we need. I guess there's no real reason to wait. I'm not doing anything here. So swamp and plains here. Next turn we've got Under the Skin. We could return. I mean, we'll see what we flip into the yard off of Under the Skin here, but could return a couple of things. They're getting all of the actions here. They chose not to draw and discard. Well, that's not great for us. So, let's do this. Yeah, I guess we put the creature, and then I mean, the keys to the house is just like inexpensive terramorphic, basically. So let's just get back cornfield here. Now we've got all the lands. Just need to draw some Dragonfires or Drag to the Roots or things like that. Dragonfire would be great. That would let me play a creature and also kill a creature. I probably have to block here. I mean, I'm not spending 4 mana to flip this up, more than likely. Has anyone ever cast these for their impending cost? That just seems like such a waste of time. Yeah, I mean, I think I need to just make this trade. Preserve my life total so that I can, like, set up these bigger creatures here. Alright, our opponent has certainly been presented with many tough decisions so far. Okay, more lands. We don't have anything else to do other than play a tap land and play a loner here, so sure. Next turn we play Overlord, and then it dies, and then the following turn we play Snatcher, and then hopefully we're still alive at that point. That is what I expect will happen here. Okay, more creatures, more card draw. Now you see why a Bookworm on turn 2 is a death sentence. Ooh, more lands, that's great. Alright, yeah, sure. Alright, so if this dies, then we take 5, 6, 7, go to 4, play a Snatcher and die. So we'd have to play both of these two creatures if this does not make it to our next turn here. Just to survive. I'm also, in case you didn't know, I'm also playing 16 lands here. So 5, 9, 10, 11. We found 11 of them. Only got 5 left. We just have so many ways to search up lands and all sorts of things like that. That 16 seem fine. And so far, yeah, we found them all. So we are good here. Alright, Piranha Fly does fly, which is just double Piranha Fly. This card is not good, and then all of a sudden it's just going to kill me in 2 turns, so maybe it is good. Who knows? Yeah. I mean... I unfortunately have to use a Dragonfire on one of these because I die. I get one more turn if I don't. So I know this is a big thing that can either trade with or eat an Overlord here, but I have to get rid of one of these things because it's just going to kill me in the air. I don't have a reach. So let's do this and plan to protect our life total for a few more turns and then concede. All right, what do we got? Come on. Let's take some game actions here. Okay, maybe you just pass your turn, I guess? No? Okay, down goes that thing. Take 2. Take 4. And then die next turn. So we need to draw exactly removal here. No? Alright, well, we're not dead then. Pretty close, but... I mean, yeah, that's removal. It's just... I know this thing is large, but the Piranha Fly... I have to hold up removal here. I can't just play Snatcher, because they put this on Piranha Fly, attack with everything, I'm dead on board. So I have to do this. And then... I guess I just kind of see what they do, and... probably block the 3/3, kill the 2/1, and I mean none of this has been great. Okay, yeah, that'll probably do it. I mean, I know it's bigger, but it's the thing that's gonna kill me here, so that will be it. Alright, well, I didn't really do anything, so maybe it's just not good. Okay, we're at first here, and yeah, we don't necessarily even need another land yet. We've got Flesh Burrower, and then Greenhouse, and then our hand is unlocked. Snatcher could even find another land for us. I mean, it takes a whole turn, but... Okay, another Dragonfire. Well, next turn if we miss a land, we cycle and play it. And if we hit one, we... Oh, such a decision. No, I have to play it safe. They could have some sort of counter spell, and playing Twitching Doll and getting it countered is just a way to lose here. I mean, it's a very, very slow start that we have. But they're missing lands, which is always nice. We're missing lands. So I think now I'll play Twitching Doll and see if it survives. Alright, now they found a land. See if it does or does not survive here. It kind of survives, but not in the way I want it to. Okay. Guess we have the time to do this. So now we have no mana issues. We can cast 2 things next turn. I can Dragonfire something if I felt like I need to. I could just play double creature. Multiple things I could do. I think I'm probably just going to play both creatures here. I could also just unlock the Rickety Gazebo because they could just be representing some sort of counterspell. So, you know what? I think that actually seems better. We're not under any sort of pressure here. Haunted Screen seems good, but gosh, we are also missing a land drop right now, so... Oh, I get 2. Ooh, nice. Okay. So then, let's do both then. Let's do this, play a land, and then pass, and hope that they just had a counterspell that they had to burn. Alright, they're gonna hold it up again. Well then, I won't play into it. We have 6 mana. Sure, let's play this. They do not get priority. Interesting. Okay, so then that leaves the opportunity to do this. They just don't have anything. Manifest Dread. No, I think I can do better. Seems like they're just missing land drops here. Yeah, alright. Well, you know. Welcome to Magic. Happens to me too. We'll take that win. Alright, starting on the draw. We have 3 different 2-drop plays we can play, so I think I'm going to keep it off of that. It is only a 2-land hand, but we do have 3 plays in the hand. So let's do this. Alright, Twitching Doll. Every time I play it, it just dies, but I mean, you can't not play it, right? Here comes the Dragonfire. Close enough. It will die, I would say, well over half the time. But it's better to play on 2 than it is on 5. Sure. I'll play Teddy. I'm fine trading Teddy with Leech here if they want me to. They would like to do that. I wouldn't mind drawing an extra card. Even at the expense of them drawing a card too. Double hand that feeds. That's not great. Okay. Let's manifest Dread here. And then hold up Scorching Dragonfire, I guess? Oh, boo. Would have liked to draw that. I could Sheltered by Ghosts, but that doesn't seem great on one of these smaller creatures. Okay, here comes the Shattered Yard beatdown plan. I don't think I need to Dragonfire here. We are under a clock. I mean, it's a very slow clock, but we will need something to change. We do have a few big creatures that we could draw. Popular Egotist. Okay, well, Dragonfire can get rid of that, and I think I will. So let's do this. Although, based on the wording, did I get this wrong? If they give it indestructible, the Dragonfire might not kill it, right? Yeah, I did get it wrong. Because if it would die, exile it instead. It would not, in fact, die. Okay, well that was, I guess I just traded Dragonfire for a hand that feeds. Sure. Let's do this here. Oh, perfect. And I guess... I mean, a 5/5 is pretty big, but gosh, if they... Nah, Twitching Doll just always dies. So let's do this, and then... Let's get rid of this Egotist for good here now. And if they kill the Teddy, I don't really mind as much, because we both get a card back out of it. They will get the Egotist back, but they have to use a removal spell on a Teddy here, which probably isn't great for them. They don't have much action left on the battlefield, so I feel like I need to push a little bit. I can't really keep that. Okay, down goes Teddy. They did have removal spell. So they get the Egotist back, but we're going to play a 5/5 here. Guess now we could play Rickety Gazebo and Flesh Burrower. That's a little bit more mana efficient. That does mean we kind of have to trade with this. I mean, at this point, if we block with the 2/2, they have to sacrifice something that's kind of relevant on their board. So, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do this. Could also get sheltered by ghosts back. Oh, from among them? Oh, never mind. No, we can't. Okay. Let's do this. I guess I'll take the creature. Keys to the House could work. It's really slow to work with that. I guess a land is probably just slightly better. Sure, I'll just go ahead and play this one here. And then pass. And like I said, I don't mind trading this 2/2 for either the Leech or the Shattered Yard plus 2 mana here. Okay, they didn't even want to attack. We are going to have to push a little bit. Ooh, Defile Crypt Cadaver Lap. Not bad. So we have 7 mana. So this is 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a creature in here, right? Yeah, we have at least one. No. Alright, tapped wrong already. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'll get the doll back here. And like I said, we do have to kind of race this a little bit. So let's do this here. Again, find a trade either of these. I guess if I was going to do that, I have the tendency to play some things in pre-combat when I probably shouldn't be. But, you know, it'll be all right. Most of the time it doesn't matter, but if you want to be particular, yes, it is true that it is not completely ideal. I guess they just horribly flooded out there, or we just went way too wide for them. Okay, that works. Okay, we go first here, and we have a turn 4 Overlord. Twitching Doll will get played and then promptly die, but I mean that's its job. Its job is to eat out the first removal spell, I guess. So do we get red or white here? I think I'm gonna get red. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get red. The Haunted Screen should hopefully fix if we draw the Sheltered by Ghosts. So let's play the Twitching Doll. Let's have it die on their turn, and then next turn probably play Haunted Screen. I mean, Under the Skin, getting back a land isn't the worst. Ooh, we actually, you know, had it survive. That's nuts. So we'll play the Haunted Screen, followed by Flesh Burrower. I guess I tapped wrong for that. I had to accidentally take a damage, but hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt us. Literally? Tyvar. That's great. Okay, Mr. Overlord, let's do your worst here. Sure. And this can only get indestructible if you tap another creature, so we should be able to attack here. Once again, playing all my stuff before attacking. I'm going to try to get a little bit better at that this draft. Let's see if I can clean that up. Make my attack decisions first. Trapped in the screen. Boo-hoo. Oh no. 5/5 first strike. That's a beater. Yeah, sure. Okay, sure. There's the Dragonfire that I needed. Okay. 5/5 first strike, potentially indestructible here. Can we race it? If they play a land, it can hit me for 10. So that's not good. Kona? Oh. What a rare and a mythic rare combo here. I mean, they should tap Kona, right? No? Okay. Ooh, a land. Nice, nice. Okay, so... I mean, I guess we have to attack, right? So everything's got Death Touch. We're attacking for 13 here. They don't know that, but... Alright, now I'm going to crack the Twitching Doll for 3 2/2s. And... hope it's enough to survive. We can animate the Haunted Screen next turn if we're alive. But that's the big question. Are we alive? They have played nothing but uncommons, rares, and mythics so far. Oh, I guess Trapped in the Screen is a common, but it's like one of the top 3 commons in the set. So, you know, mythic, rare, rare. All right, Kona, what is Kona putting in? I'm sure it's putting in an Eerie trigger. That'll give him a 3/1 as well. Oh. What is this draw? Are you kidding me? And of course that's an enchantment. Goodness gracious. Are they still dead? I think they're still dead. Gosh, how did we beat this? This is absolutely nuts. Okay, yeah, we win. Alright, we're up first here. We've got Loner, Removal. Yeah, should be fine. I mean, I don't think Loner really gets anything relevant into our yard. We have some cards that care about Delirium. Maybe we can put like Friendly Teddy in the yard, counts as a creature and an artifact or something like that. Let's see if it even comes down to that here. Double green Flesh Burrower. Yeah, I guess I can get rid of that. It does have Death Touch. That'll be really annoying for the Overlord later here. So let's see if there's anything I want to put into the yard. Yeah, there's nothing that particularly cares about being there. So I'm just going to put an artifact creature into the yard to get closer to Delirium here. Manifest Dread. That'll just trade for this more than likely. Oh, I guess I could have put something that I wouldn't mind of getting back with the Overlord. That was definitely a potential play. But it's probably not the end of the world. The Overlord's going to get back something. Yeah, no plays. I mean, just drawing lands here. Grasping Long Neck, sure. Oh, I can't get Defiled Crypt Cadaver Lab back. Darn. Alright, well. In goes Flesh Burrower. Let's see if it survives. Probably need to take the land here, I would assume. Yeah. Well, it kind of survived, but not really. Ooh, another land. That's what I needed. Alright. Creature. And, go ahead. I mean, no, because if I trade, the Sporogenic Infection gets worse. So I kind of have to just, like, use this on... They already have Delirium. What would I rather? I'd probably rather them sacrifice... It doesn't really matter. Oops. Almost targeted myself. Growing Dread. Alright, well, down goes their 2/2, I guess. Sure, sure. No? Okay, I guess they drew something, or they put something better underneath there. Alright, at least we got rid of our 12th land or whatever it is. I guess, what's it called? Ghostly Prisoner, well, not Ghostly Prison, that's not the greenhouse. Yeah, that's probably fine. Can't remember the name of the card. The white splash that we have would get rid of this. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4? No, 4 here, because we still have white over there, so let's do Rickety Gazebo. I guess we're getting back Twitching Doll. We could get back Keys to the House and just keep doing the Rickety Gazebo thing. I just think we're going to mill ourselves before that. I always forget I can get 2. Okay, well then we are getting Keys to the House here. Let's get Twitching Doll, Keys, and I guess no attacks. Okay, threats around every corner. Drew the land, and there is Zamone plus a 5/5. Under the skin. What does that get back? Sporogenic infection. Defiled crypt cadaver lab? Oh man. That's a pretty nice combo with Keys to the House, Rickety Gazebo. It takes like 10 mana every turn, but do we have time to survive that is the issue. I think we go big or go home, right? Yeah, we could get Flesh Burrower just to like threaten to trade, but let's do this and then get 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Unlock. It looks like we can't cast whatever we get back. I guess now we get the Flesh Burrower. Make a 2/2, and then end the turn and just plan to chump the 5/5 pretty much. This currently can flip up with Twitching Doll. That's notable. Okay, no instants from them. That's always nice. Do we want to just get a land with this? We only have 13 cards. It's not like we can actually... Oh, well, we can actually unlock Cadaver Lab and continue to get things back. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, sure. Alright, let's do this. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Oh, it only does it once. Forgot about that. So let's lock this one and then unlock this one. We can't actually cast Beastie anymore, but we can next turn after we unlock that. So let's do this. I thought you could like repeatedly do that. Okay, so this will trigger when they get to 7 again now. There's a land, which means they'll probably get a 7/7 next turn. That's a flyer. More lands. Can't do anything else. Here we are. We still haven't found Sheltered by Ghosts yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have 3 lands in our last 11 cards here. Oh, now, never mind. Now we're just dead. Oh, and there's one of our last lands too. So, yeah, now we die. Alright, 2 lands in our last 10 there. Well, that'll do it. Okay. Well, sometimes you just run out of gas when you're doing things, and they play a couple flyers and you lose. Lands at inopportune times. Okay, we're up first, and we can't cast 3 of the 4 cards in our hand, and the last one's a 4-drop. So I think we got to send this one back. And we end up with effectively the same starting hand here, which is kind of annoying. At least we can play the Watchdogs. So let's put back one of these, play the Cornfield, play a Watchdog. At least this cycles for red to cast our Dragonfire here. Alright, Twitching Doll, can you survive again? Survived last game for at least a turn or 2. We take those. Oh. Well, that just needs to die, doesn't it? Ha! We got rid of yours! Joke's on you! Plains. No, I mean, I don't need lands necessarily, but I kind of do, but like I don't. I don't know what I need. Alright, now down goes Twitching Doll. At least we got one use out of it. Okay, now the lands are coming. There's Wary Watchdog. I just need something more valuable than that. I can cycle this for red, which doesn't do anything. I mean, just gives me another land in hand. Oh, that's the perfect counter to my Wary Watchdogs, unfortunately. Okay, there's another one, and still can't cast this. And not even remotely close to casting this. So, should I just cycle it? I mean, like, it's a fine thing to get back if I draw a Defiled Crypt Cadaver Lab. Sure, whatever. I mean, I still have one more Dragonfire I can get as well. No, instead we draw exactly one of the 2 mountains. This format is brutal. Guys, this format has been absolutely brutal to me. We cycled for a mountain and then found exactly a mountain. And there's only one of those left. We only have 2 in the deck. So, that was great. Okay, so they're going to play a 7/6 trample next turn. I need to find something? Anything? That's basically a land. I mean, I guess we keep it on the battlefield for the door synergy. Sure. We did it. We drew something. Alright, take 7. Brood Spinner, yep. Alright, need to draw a Scorching Dragonfire now? I think we're too far behind at this point for it to really matter at this point. We haven't done anything. Oh. Okay, well it doesn't do anything yet, but the Death Toucher. At least that trades with Branch Snapper. Never mind. I mean, I don't know. What else am I supposed to do? Just continue to take 7 over and over? Or 9? So I'm going to draw that, so I can actually cast that this turn. So let's do this here. Drain. And my turn, land, go. And that'll do it. Alright. Okay, so finish 3-3 again today. Next Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we will also finish 3-3 in all those drafts to finish out the format with the absolute most right down the middle format I've ever had. I mean, I think I've gone 3-3, 2-3, or 4-3 in almost every single draft I posted to the channel. No trophies. I think I had 1 5-win deck, 1 4-win deck, and everything else was 2 to 3 or something like that. So it's been going great. Tune in for our last 3 3s. Last 3 3-3 records. Duskmourn House of Mid. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time for your daily draft.